Let's discuss the chemistry question paper, day 3, shift 2, JEE Mains 2025. Please subscribe to my channel for more updates about NEET, mains, especially for chemistry. First question, aniline converts to parabromoaniline. During the conversion, they are asking for the reagents. Here first we need to protect the amine group, because during the bromination the Lewis acid readily reacts with the amine group. So aniline converted to acetanilide before bromination. Then after the bromination we use hydrolysis reaction. So if acetanilide, parabromoacetanilide undergo hydrolysis, we get a parabromoaniline. Second one, if a compound contains 54.2% carbon, 9.2% hydrogen and the rest is oxygen, what is the molecular formula? If the molecular mass is 132 gram per mole. It's a basic question. In fact, it is IPE question, where in the first year we use a table to calculate the molecular formula. So here is the solution, where we are getting empirical formula as C2H4O. N we can calculate by molecular mass divided by empirical mass, which is 3. So C6H12O3 is the answer. Next one, which of the following is a yellow colored one? If we consider cadmium sulfide, it is a yellow color solid, bright yellow color solid. As a known fact, we need to remember this. Next one, statement type question. OO bond length in O3 is greater than O2. Statement 2. OO bond order is 1.5 in O3, 2 in O2. Yes, both the statements are correct. If bond order is more, bond length is less. We know already. And both the statements are correct statements. Next one, a hydrocarbon X which has a molecular mass 80 grams contains 90% carbon. Find the degree of unsaturation in X. So for if the compound has 90% carbon in it, the 1 mole of compound definitely should contain 90 by 100 into 80 grams, that is 72 grams. That means weight of hydrogen will be 8 grams. So molecular formula of the hydrocarbon will be C6H8. If the compound is saturated one, the compound should have contained 14 hydrogens, but only 8 hydrogens are there. That means 3 double bonds must be present, as the 6 hydrogens are less than expected one. So the degree of unsaturation you can say as 3. Next one, the successive ionization energies of element X they have given, and they are asking the group number of the X. If we observe the values, there is a sudden jump in from second value to the third value. So the element valency must be 2. Hence it belongs to second group. Next one, let K1, K2 and K3 be the rate constant of the reaction. K they have mentioned, and they are asking us to calculate the activation energy of the overall reaction. Last time they have given this type of question, where the root is was not given in the last year. There is a simple trick to calculate. See here, K1 means A1, K2 means A2, for K3 related to A3, right? So K1 and K3 they are multiplying, means we need to add EA1 and EA3, and K2 is at the denominator, that means we need to subtract EA2, and as there is a square root, we write the half of the whole expression. So EA is equal to EA1 plus EA3 minus EA2 divided by 2, where we are getting 20 as the overall activation energy. Again and again they are asking the carriers method in 2025 JEE mains. So those who are going to appear in the next sessions and all, try to practice all these models, which are very very important. So in carriers method of estimation of halogen, 0.25 grams of an organic compound gave 0.16 grams of AgBr. What is the percentage of bromine they are asking? We know directly the formula. Percentage of bromine here we are getting as 27.23. You can look at the solution. Next one, the reaction between 1 molar base and 1 molar acid in which of the following temperature rises. So the complete neutralization takes place in the option A and option C. But if we look at option A, there is a weak acid where we get less temperature. So the strong acid versus strong base neutralization, the two equal moles, the option C is correct. The temperature rises more in option C. Next one, the same model they have asked in latest mains exam. The number of stereoisomers given in the compound. So there is a double bond, two geometrical isomers we get, and there is a chiral center, only one chiral center where we get two optical isomers. So total of 4. Next one, statement type question. The first statement, the first ionization enthalpy of germanium is greater than silicon. The second statement, first ionization energy of lead is greater than tin. Yes, if we consider the lead ionization energy is greater than tin, because we know at the end of the group 14 element there is an exceptional case with the lead where the IP is more, where the melting point is more, where the covalent radius is more for lead when compared to tin. It is because of completely filled d and f orbitals, poor shielding effect and all the various factors we can say for the exception case of lead, right? So based on that exception cases, we can say both the statements are correct. Next one, find the number of sp and sp2 carbon atoms. Very simple basic organic question they have given, and they have by looking at the structure we can say that there are 3 sp and 3 sp2 carbon atoms in the given structure. Next one, match the following. Again a simple question from D block elements, or you can say from coordination compounds, where we need to calculate the number of unpaired electrons based on the electronic configuration, and we know mu is equal to square root of n into n plus 2. The magnetic moment, we can easily match the options here: A R, B Q, C P, D S. Again repeated a model from the last session. They have given the named reactions and reagents and asking us to match them. Itard reaction is CrO2 Cl2, Gutterman reaction is CuHCl, and Gutterman-Koch's reaction COHCl, and Stephen reaction is SnCl2HCl. So very important model. Repeatedly they are asking in the same year JEE mains. The correct order of melting point of group 14 they are asking. I think maybe this they have given already in statement type question. Maybe it's repeated, I don't know. But the correct order is carbon greater than silicon greater than germanium, tin, and tin will be least. So lead then tin. Exception. Next one, the conditions and the consequences that favors T2G3 EG1 in octahedral complex means as the pairing does not take place, we can say it's a weak field ligand and high spin complex. So easy one. If you know the concept, it's easy to pick the correct answer. And here in the next question they are asking us to predict the major product here. The halogens that are directly attached to the benzene cannot be substituted directly with AgCN, and with AgCN we get isocyanide, right? So you can check the answer here. Matching question they have asked from the biomolecules chapter. We know all these are bases, nitrogenous bases, adenine, guanine, cytosine and uracil bases structures they have given and asking us to match them. Next, when ethane 1,2 diamine progressively added to the aqueous solution of nickel chloride, the sequence of color change they have asked. Here I mentioned the solution also. where slowly two water molecules are replaced by one ethylene diamine ligand. So first complex will be pale blue. Next, for further substitution, blue color we get, and the final substitution we get violet color of NiEN of 3 times. Next one, for MX2, the normal molar mass is 164, observed molar mass is 65.6. They are asking us to calculate percentage of dissociation, especially when they mention molar mass. Van 't Hoff factor I will be normal molar mass by observed molar mass. Formula we need to know. By substitution, you get 2.5 as a Van 't Hoff factor. In order to calculate percent of dissociation, we have another formula, that is alpha is equal to I minus 1 by n minus 1. And here we are getting percentage of dissociation as 75%. Now next one, again and again they are asking the order based graph questions. Not only the students which are going to appear in the further main sessions, but even the students of NEET examination can also prepare all these very important concepts. Definitely you will get the questions for final examination. Here they have given first order reaction graphs as a statement type question. The first statement is correct because T half is inversely proportional to rate constant for first order, we know already. But in the second statement, they have given ln AT by A naught. Here some students may confuse, some students may think that the statement 2 also correct if they don't look at the time and initial concentrations where they are. If the initial concentration is in the numerator, definitely the statement 2 would have been correct one. But they have reversed the concentration terms here. That means statement 2 is incorrect. So the final answer S1 is correct, whereas S2 is incorrect. Next one, the strongest reducing agent they are asking by giving the E naught values. We know higher the SRP E naught value, ion readily undergo reduction. The one which has lesser SRP value will readily undergo oxidation. If it readily undergo oxidation, we can say it is a strongest reducing agent, right? So here the chromium with the negative E naught value readily acts as a strongest reducing agent. Next one, they have given two equations, S plus 3 by 2 O2 SO3, where delta H is equal to minus 2x, SO2 plus half O2 gives SO3, delta H is equal to minus y kilojoules. And they are asking us to calculate delta HR of the reaction, S plus O2 gives SO2. So simply by subtracting equation 2 from equation 1, we get delta HR. So delta H for the reaction will be minus 2x minus of minus y, that means y minus 2x we get as an answer. The last one, from chemical equilibrium chapter, they have given a graph based question. For H2 plus I2 gives rise to 2HI, they are asking the graph of the progress of the reaction. We know at equilibrium the concentration of reactants and products may or may not be equal, but definitely with the time the concentration of reactants decreases, whereas the concentration of product increases with the time. So the correct graph you can see here. Thanks for watching. Please do subscribe and share, comment and like the video. Thank you.